So imagine you could be the go-to real estate agent in your area. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 videos you need to be creating that are going to attract people that want to move into the area, and you're going to not attract other real estate agents. I know right now your profile is probably filled with other agents, agent talk, and stuff that you just don't want in your feed. So if you create these videos, you're going to attract the right clients. If you're new here, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. I've been creating listing and personal branding content for real estate professionals for the past 4 years. So let's get right into it. In video number 1 is community. You want to be creating videos about the local community. What are some of the parks in the community? Are there walking trails? Talk about the schools. What are the scores for the schools? Really, you want to be tailoring your content to people that are not from the area and want to move into the area. So highlight those things that people in your demographic or in your target market are very, very curious about. I know for us, we have 2 young kids, a young family, and we care about taking our kids out to the local community, the parks, the splash pad, things like that. So create videos about these things that attract your target market to that community. Are there malls, sports complexes? How many supermarkets are in the area? These are things that you want to create about the local community that are going to attract people that don't live there to that community. Number 2 is news and information. You want to highlight anything that's in the news that pertains to real estate. Right now, at the start of 2024, interest rates are all the buzz. I'm sure that's not going to be anything any different later in the year. Interest rates are how much you are going to have to pay the bank back. So things aren't really going to change. But right now, interest rates are all the buzz. Are they going to stay stagnant? Are they going to drop? Are they going to go up? Because they're pretty high now compared to what they were a couple years ago. So talk about interest rates, but don't just say the rate, say what that means. If your interest rates go up to 6%, that's going to change your mortgage payment to this amount. If it goes down, this is what your new mortgage payment is going to look like. So you need to tie these numbers to actually what is that going to turn into and what's that going to mean for people. So in the news right now, there was like a new buyer or a new home buyer program that the government of Canada had canceled. So what does that mean? I personally am in the industry and I didn't even really know about it, but it's canceled now. So tell people that are trying to get into the industry, know exactly what that means. What does that mean for them? How will they operate now that that program no longer exists? Number 3 are market updates. The buying, the selling in a certain neighborhood, the change over time. You all know what I'm talking about. Those posts that you put up, things are up 3% in Toronto from last year, the amount of sales compared to last year, the amount of sales in February compared to last year and the year before. You want to be creating videos about this. This is my big hack. This is the thing that nobody will tell you about and nobody wants to say is nobody reads those text form market updates. I'm sorry, people just swipe by them. I don't care if you put your high quality headshot in the bottom left-hand corner in a template you made in Canva, people are legit just swiping right by it. The hack here is when you get these numbers from your brokerage or from Treb, or if you're in the States, your local board, just read the information. Put that information on a green screen behind you and just read them, or just have them on your phone and just read the stats out and tell people what that means. So if the price is down in a certain area, talk about it. Tell people now they can get in because the prices are lower and it has these certain things in the community. So it's a good place to move, or this is a growing community, or this is very mature. So these numbers are staying here because of this. You need to give explanations and let people understand what exactly those numbers mean. And again, by no means do I say post just the market update pictures. Again, nobody's reading them. Don't waste your time. Turn it into a video. It's super easy. The script is already there for you. Just read off the numbers. If you're finding any value here, I'd appreciate it if you smash that like button. It's Dave here at Duff Media, and it really helps the channel grow. I was previously a full-time elementary school teacher for almost 2 decades, and because of creating content for myself and for other clients and real estate professionals like yourself, I was able to turn my passion into profit. And my goal is to teach you to do the same for yourself. So let's get right back into it. Video number 4 is solving problems and answering specific questions. Answer those basic specific questions that you always get when people come through the door. Those 3 to 5 questions that people always ask you in that first meeting. Put those into video form and people will love you for it. A little tip is when people get information and get those answers, when you do meet them in person or you do meet them on a Zoom call or over the phone, you've already answered those questions for them in video form. So they're, instead of starting at step 1 in the process, they're already bumped up to step 5 or 6 in your process, and they're going to know, like, and trust you a lot faster. In terms of solving problems, if you had a client story where something was a little bit different than norm, they had to push out their deposit schedule, they needed last minute appraisal, things like that. Talk about those problems that you solved in video form. And video number 5 is home tours. I know we all love watching those renovation shows where it's a complete fixer-upper and then it is the best house on the street. We all love seeing what the inside of a freshly staged, freshly renovated house looks like. So create a video tour with your phone. You don't have to get crazy and get professional camera. Get yourself your cell phone, pick up a gimbal, and walk through the home and talk about it. If you don't have listings or a current listing that you can walk through, go to an open house, reach out to an agent in your area, and I guarantee they'll say yes. For you walking through their property, talking about the features, talking about the neighborhood, this is more marketing for you, this is more marketing for them, and you make a connection with somebody in your field. In this video, you're just going to want to walk through the house, talk about how many bedrooms there are, talk about how many bathrooms there are, if it has lots of, lighting from outside, right? It has lots of exterior sunlight, it has a sunroom, it has a sunroof, it has a pool, whatever the case may be. Even if, it's a little bit smaller, it's great for a first-time home buyer. Just walk through the house. If it's nicely staged, it's gonna look its best. So walk through that house, talk about it while you're filming. You don't even need to be on camera. Have your camera facing forward and it's just showing the house while you're just speaking about it. There you go. Home tour, perfect. You could even put a teaser in there and say, how much do you think this house is worth? Do you think it's worth the price, etc. So take advantage of these videos and set yourself apart from those in your industry. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, everybody's doing it. I'm just going to be jumping on a trend.
I tell you this, honestly, I'm in boots on the ground and I'm doing listings and personal branding for tons of professional agents like yourself, and hardly anybody is doing it, and especially nobody is doing it consistently. If you want more guidance on the videos above, I have a consulting program where I walk professionals like yourselves through the process of turning their personal branding into a lead machine to attract hot inbound leads, save time, all with creating high quality content. You can book a call in the link in the bio, or you can hit me up over on Instagram. It's at duffmedia.ca. That's where I'm most active, and tell me that you came from my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. So now that you know exactly what video to make, jump into the next video in this series where I show you exactly how to look like a pro on camera. Look and sound like a pro, guaranteed. I'll see you in the next one.